Hey guys, my name is Jess and today I'm going to be sharing my fitness transformation story. So I've been asked to do this video a lot, but I've never really felt comfortable with filming myself, but I thought why not? I just put my 1-year-old to bed at around 7 p.m. and instead of playing like The Sims 3 or binge watching YouTube, I decided to make this video. I've never made a video like this before, but I'm gonna try to include lots of pictures of my transformation. Sorry. So, let me start out. I've been posting on my fitness Instagram, Fitness and Food with Jess. I'll put the link down below. But anyways, so January 2018. That is when I really decided to get serious about my health and my fitness. So the thing that I did that I think really jump-started the whole thing was that I did a diet bet challenge. So if you haven't heard of diet bet, I'll put a link down below, but it's where you can do different weight loss challenges. The one that I did was a 6-month transformation transformer challenge where you have to lose 10% of your body weight in 6 months. And I was like, okay, I have 6 months. I have to bet, I think it was like $25 a month for 6 months. So there was some sort of motivation for me because I hate losing money. So I paid $25 a month to do this challenge. I remember I asked my husband to take my before pictures and he was kind of just like, I don't think he really thought I would actually stick with it. He was kind of, I think, nervous we would lose the money, which I don't blame him because in the past when I've tried to do like challenges, I've never really followed through. I actually have pictures on my phone from a previous challenge that I made him take pictures of me for. At least that one didn't cost anything, so that was good. But so this challenge I started in January 2018. I weighed in the first time, I think at around 155 pounds. This was before ever having a baby or anything. This was just, I gained some weight while teaching. I'm a teacher, I should have said that. So I'm in my 4th year teaching. I don't even remember, was it like my 2nd year? I think I was in my 2nd year teaching when I started my journey. So I gained a lot of weight when I first started teaching because, you know, it's a great, rewarding job. It's very stressful. So, you know, finding comfort in food was very, something that I would do. So like when it was my planning time, if I just had an ice cream party for my class, I would possibly get ice cream out of the freezer and eat it, or like eat like a can of Pringles a day. I've always kind of struggled with my weight, especially in like high school. And then starting teaching, I've always kind of like gone up and down, up and down, up and down. So I never really like worked out consistently or ate healthy consistently. I just kind of would do it for like a little while and then just kind of stop and never really keep with it. But anyways, January 2018, that all changed. I worked out consistently. I started out by joining a gym and I was like super scared I was gonna be wasting my money, but like I forced myself to go like every day. I started out by doing workout classes because I was like, okay, I don't have to think about it. I can just go to the gym, show up to the class, and listen to the instructor. The first classes that I started doing consistently were spin classes. And I highly recommend that if you're new to the gym because it's really pretty easy. The hardest thing and the most intimidating thing for me was learning to set up my bike. I had to ask for help for that, but once you kind of get that the first time, you can kind of like write down the settings that you like on your phone so you don't have to like awkwardly try to remember next time. So like if you have a certain setting, you can write it down and then it makes it easier the next time around. So that's what I did. I had it all written down. I also purchased a spin bike seat, like a cushion. You can just type in spin bike cushion on Amazon. They're super cheap. That really helped me because, you know, that hurts your butt to do spin classes every day, and that's what I was doing. I would go straight after school, run to the gym, and go in that spin class. Sometimes I would show up late, like 5 minutes late, but the instructor didn't care. I would just go right there. when I got a little bit more comfortable going to the gym and doing spin class, eventually I started doing a class called Body Pump. It is a very intense weightlifting class. It has a lot of like high reps, and that was a really intense class. It did kind of help me because it kind of got me into like using weights, but it wasn't something that I personally would want to stick with. Eventually, when I really got my confidence up, I started going to the floor, and then I just kind of I didn't go to classes anymore, which now I wouldn't really go to classes anymore, even if I did go to the gym, which I don't anymore, but I'll talk about that later. So anyways, I started working out on the floor. My cardio of choice was the stair stepper. I know everyone like hates it, but I loved it. Not the kind that you like don't really move, but the one with the actual stairs. I love that one. So I would do that stair stepper thing with like the actual stair type one for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes when I got there. And then I would go to the floor and do some strength training. So I would use dumbbells, I would use the Smith machine, I would use free weights, any like type of strength training activity I would do. I would try my best. So I really pushed myself out of my comfort zone when I first joined the gym and started using the floor machines. I asked for help all the time. And if one person didn't really explain it to me well and I didn't really understand what the heck they were explaining to me and I still was like, I still don't get this, I wouldn't feel comfortable enough to go up to someone that time and ask how to use it. But the next time I was at the gym, I would find another person, not the person that failed me before, and ask them, how do I use this piece of machinery? Please show me. And you know, that's what they're getting paid for. The people walking around at the gym, they're not just getting paid to sit there. So like if you go up and ask them how to use a machine, most of the time they're really happy to help you and they like doing that. So I highly recommend if you join a gym and you don't know what you're doing, ask someone. They will not be bothered. And a lot of times if you don't see anyone that works there, you can just ask someone that doesn't work there, and a lot of times they'll help you too. I've done that before as well, which is super uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. Anyways, oh, and I didn't mention this, you know, a lot of YouTubers get all cute for their videos, or like Instagram videos, whatever video, I don't even know where I'm gonna put this, but yeah, I'm just wearing this. I actually got this shirt from going to the gym 10 times in November when I was pregnant, so anyways, okay, jumping back to my story. So, this is before I all got pregnant, 2018, I'm going to the gym consistently. So I was losing weight. I was losing weight pretty quickly, but I was really restricting myself. I think I was under eating. I was just kind of like trying to be stereotypically healthy. So I would eat like a lot of salads, a lot of chicken, a lot of broccoli, a lot of brown rice, stuff like that. And I wouldn't really eat that much candy or anything like that. And that was fine, but it wasn't something that was sustainable for me. I did it for a while, and I did lose a lot of weight, but then I found macro counting, and it changed my life. So macro counting is kind of a fancy form of calorie counting. You're not just tracking your calories, you're also tracking how many grams of protein, fats, and carbs you're eating. So I went to ifitfitsyourmacros.com, I think it's IIFYM.com, and use their free calculator to figure out what I should be eating. So I did that, and I realized that like I could eat so much more food than I was eating when I was just kind of like eating stereotypically healthy with the salads. And it really changed my relationship with food, because instead of seeing my foods as like good foods and bad foods, I was like, does it fit my macros? So like certain foods that like I was like, oh, I can't have, that's bad, were just like a complete, I could have them now and have like literally no guilt. I just started seeing foods as how many proteins, fats, and carbs they were, not really like, oh, this is bad or this is good. So like if I could fit like a donut or like cheese, pasta, you know, any food that people sometimes are like, yeah, I can't eat that. If I could fit it in my macros, I would do it. And it was awesome because pretty much anytime you wanted something really bad, you could fit it in your macros if you really wanted it, within reason. So then I started eating, you know, a lot more food than before. And I also bought a food scale, which I highly recommend, on Amazon for $8. And that kind of like verified that I was eating the right amounts, because I realized that like when I was eating pasta, and like tracking in MyFitnessPal, I would think, you know, this is 1 serving size of pasta, but I would be eating like 2 or 3 serving sizes of pasta, and I had no idea. And that could be, sorry, that could be completely detrimental to someone's weight loss. Like, you work so hard, you're killing yourself in the gym, you're eating all these healthy meals, but even if you're eating as healthy as possible, just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean you're gonna lose weight. So you have to be in a calorie deficit, and that's why I highly recommend weighing your food, because that can, you know, help make sure that you are eating the proper portions and that you're in a calorie deficit. Anyway, so I was macro tracking and weighing my foods consistently. I went to Ireland in June 2018, and I brought my weight scale and my food scale. Okay, so I didn't use the food scale, but I brought it with me. I really don't know why. I did use the weight scale. But anyways, so talking about that, July 2018, I get back from Ireland. My husband and I are at the beach. Right before we left for the beach, I found out I was pregnant. And it was actually perfect timing because my diet bet challenge just ended, and you know, not really trying to lose weight when I'm pregnant, but I literally like found out I was pregnant like right when the competition ended, and I met my goal. I weighed 128 pounds at the end of the diet bet challenge, and I weighed 155 at the beginning. So I lost a significant amount of weight. I think I won like about $80 something, which really isn't that much considering I was putting forward 25 every month. So I got my 25 that I paid each month plus $80 something. So it's not bad. I can talk about diet bet in another video if you want, but anyways, so I won my diet bet challenge. I was super excited. Found out I was pregnant. It was actually like a really stressful time finding out I was pregnant. I was really excited because I really wanted a baby, but I also had a miscarriage in March 2018. So when I found out I was pregnant in July 2018, I had a lot of mixed emotions. So I was really excited, but I was also like really hesitant to like get my hopes up and get excited because I was afraid that I would lose this baby, which I really wanted to keep the baby, obviously. But anyways, so I'm at the beach. I'm pregnant, so I started living life kind of like I was on a foodcation. It kind of started out like just kind of like dipping my toes back in the water of eating really like not healthy and like not thinking about what I'm eating, just kind of eating whatever I wanted. And I think the reason for that is because when I was macro tracking and weighing my food, I was a little too hard on myself. Like if it didn't fit in my macros, even if I really wanted it, like Chick-fil-A, for example, I could easily fit like the Chick-fil-A sandwich or like the Chick-fil-A fries or the Chick-fil-A milkshake or sweet tea in my macros. One of them or 2 of them maybe. But could I fit all of them in to my macros? No way. Especially since I like using like 2 or 3 Chick-fil-A sauce packets. So like I would go to Chick-fil-A with my husband and I would eat like the stupid grilled nuggets. Would I do that now? No. Or I would bring my food. Like I would go to like pizza places with my husband and I would bring like chicken and broccoli and like rice and stuff or like other random food to the food place and eat it cold sometimes. Would I do that now? Heavens, no. It's not bad if you do that, but that's what I was doing. And I was happy with it then, but would I be happy with it now? No. If you do it, no judgment. It's fine. It's really what season are you in? What are you happy with? That's what it's based on. And I was happy then, but now, hell no. So, you know, I kind of went on a foodcation. We went to Disney World and found out they didn't have a vanilla milkshake in Hollywood Studios. I cried. Like they had all these weird flavors, but they didn't have a vanilla milkshake. I cried. So I was like super emotionally attached to food. I'd like come up with fantasies. I'd be like, okay, I really want to go to Chick-fil-A and get Chick-fil-A and go to Chipotle and get Chipotle, and Daniel and I can split both of them and have both at the same time. So like those are the things I would do. So I gained a significant amount of weight during my pregnancy. I don't even really know. So I started out at 128. The heaviest I weighed when the last time I weighed myself was 178 pounds. I stopped weighing myself at a certain point because I just had gained a very significant amount of weight. But anyways, I do think that if I got pregnant again, that it wouldn't be the same because I'm about to talk about my life after having a baby, and it's been much different. So, anyways, after I had Oliver, he's 13 months now. After I had him, around 6 weeks postpartum, I weighed 160 pounds. I was really overwhelmed having a new baby. I was so used to macro tracking, weighing my food, going to the gym, and these were all things that like I just really didn't know how to reintroduce into my life that was so busy, and I just didn't see how it could be a thing. So I would like lightly try to introduce going back to the gym, going back to weighing my food, macro counting, and it just was like, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was just overwhelming. I felt like I couldn't do it consistently. I felt like I was missing out time with my baby when he was awake. I commute 45 minutes to work to teach each way because I really love where I work, where I teach. To me, it's worth the drive, and I also really love where I live. So for me, the 45 minutes is worth it each way, but if you combine the 45-minute commute each way, plus going to the gym for like an hour, plus the time it takes me to weigh my food, track my food, I was missing out on a lot of time with my baby. Also, my husband works crazy hours. He works shift work, 12-hour shifts, so like I only could go to the gym on the days where he was off. And he has like the weirdest hours. Like one week he'll work 5 days, the next week he'll work 2 days. And you know, it just was not working for me. So I stopped tracking my food. And I realized that because I had tracked and weighed my food, macro counting and weighing my food when before I got pregnant, I had done that such a long time that I had developed the ability to kind of like eyeball my portions, because I knew from weighing my food for so long like really how much I should be eating. I also can look at a food and be like, okay, this has about this much fat, this much protein, and this much carbs, because I'm just so used to being in MyFitnessPal all the time. And like, I just can tell you that my cheese sticks in there have 7 grams of protein right now. Like, I just know. And like, and when I look at a food label, I'm like, okay, this will fill me up right now. And like, I'm really good about balancing my carbs, my fats, my proteins. I can make another video one day about like what I eat in a day and the snacks I like, stuff like that, but that's for another day. So anyways, I realized that I didn't need to macro track anymore. I didn't need to weigh my food anymore. I didn't need to use MyFitnessPal anymore. I could do it without that. So that was huge. I didn't meal prep anymore. I used to spend like a whole day or a half day, like hours meal prepping. Don't meal prep anymore. I'm a scavenger. Me and rotisserie chicken from Costco, best friends. Anyways, I eat lots of other things too, but that's besides the point. The main point is I don't track anymore. I don't weigh anymore. Don't do anything like that. Also, don't go to a gym anymore. I invested in a little bit of equipment for my house, not a lot. I have a Bowflex adjustable dumbbell set. It goes up to 54 pounds per dumbbell. I have a bench, a spin bike, which I barely use, and I mainly just weight lift about 30 minutes a day right when I wake up before my baby wakes up. That's what I do, weight lift. Haven't done cardio besides walking, and like I really just walk. Like I try to get like 10,000 steps in a day. Not saying that happens all the time, but to me cardio just isn't that important to meeting my goals. So I try to walk for therapeutic purposes, but my main form of workouts involves weightlifting. And what I do is I follow like Instagrammers like Whitney Simmons, and then a bunch of others, and I do exercises that they do. And I have little folders on my Instagram where I save certain workouts, like lower body workouts that I can use dumbbells or I also have kettlebells. I save simple workouts that involve minimal equipment in folders in my Instagram, and those are the workouts that I do. It's like on my upper body day, I'll be like, okay, and then I'll find a workout, an upper body workout, and do it. Ab workouts, same thing. So like I have a folder for ab workouts, folder for lower body workouts, folder for upper body workouts, folder for like I have resistance bands, I forgot to mention that, folder for resistance band workouts, like that. So it's super simple. I don't pay a dime for a gym membership or anything or any subscription. That's what I do. It's super easy. That's what I do, 30 minutes of that. And I am now 116 pounds. I was 160 at 6 weeks postpartum. Now I'm 116. Just through doing home workouts, eating mindfully. I really think about what I'm putting into my body. It's not always healthy, but I'm really mindful when I eat. Like, I don't really tend to like mindlessly snack when I eat. It has purpose. Like, I'm hungry, I need something. What is gonna fuel my body right now? What sounds good right now? I'm kind of like an intuitive eater. Like, am I hungry? What sounds good right now? So like, if it doesn't sound good right now, I'm not gonna eat it whether it's healthy or not. Sometimes I'll choose the unhealthy thing. I eat a dessert at least once a day. Right now, really into pie. The Edwards pies. Cookies and cream is my favorite right now. And I'm trying to keep, since it's the quarantine life right now, I'm trying to keep 2 pies in my freezer at a time. I also have ice cream, like 3 different flavors in my freezer. I make cookies, I make cakes. So like, I have dessert every day. It's not a huge amount, it's a small amount, but it's enough to feel satisfied. I feel like when you tell yourself you can't have something, that's all you're gonna think about, and then when you do eat it, it's gonna be like this big binge. But like, if you are like, oh, I can eat this whenever I want, it's readily available to me. If I really want it, then I'm gonna eat it. Then I feel like, at least in my experience, that I can just eat a small piece and be happy with that. I know that's not gonna work for everyone. But anyways, I probably forgot a bunch of stuff in this video. I was all over the place, I'm sure. I really don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna attempt to add pictures to this video to show like examples throughout my journey. I've never done that before either. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm going to try to post this as soon as I can. Thank you to everyone who follows my journey on Instagram. Again, I'll link my Instagram account in the description if I post this on YouTube, and if I post this on Instagram, then I don't need to link anything. But anyways, hope you guys are staying safe. Hopefully I might make another video in the future. Who really knows?